Welcome to all our friends from around the world. This is your host, Abhay Wadhwa, welcoming you to our latest episode of the AWA AGORA Show. We're just delighted that we have this opportunity to welcome stalwarts in our field like Doreya Karim. Doreya Karim is the director of Biogeometry systems, and she shuttles between Cairo, Zurich, and Vancouver. Since I first heard her speak, I've been fascinated by the depth of knowledge, that has gone into this field. Of course, the company and the work was started by her father about 50 years ago, and she focuses on how shapes can enhance harmonic qualities of face.
When they saw the relief of people from kind of the after and the before biogeometry, they even began to understand the importance of environmental energy and how people feel. Apartment that was done with biogeometry elements by interior designer Michael Keith. Mm-hmm. He said that it was the first time that he felt his cameraman calm. So in Quebec, we've been working for years now with a company as a solution to raise chickens without antibiotics. So we placed biogeometry shapes in the space, and they were able to call antibiotics. And I think this is a really good case for the future that we believe biogeometry can help bring. And it's here you can see, so biogeometry is a quality of life solution. So when I was first learning how to present and go into different meetings with my father, and I remember this was one of the best ways that I thought that he presented biogeometry, that he showed people and he said, so let's look at this as a quality of life. And he removed some of the titles and he said, so now let's look at a society. If you were to place society today, and we just thought about people having complaints, whether it's about their physical health or their mental health, where would you place society in this graph? And most people, they would pick the graph on the left. Very few people that you meet today actually come and say, I have perfect mental health. I have zero physical complaints. And I'm talking about things, I'm not talking about major things, even sleep trouble, a little bit of headaches, different things like that, anxiety. So most people would pick the graph on the left. And then he said, so what if we could turn society to be like the one on the right, where the most common thing for somebody to say is, hey, I'm free of complaints. I feel good. People go, okay, well, that's great. And then he goes, but this is actually a graph from one of our research projects. And then, so this was done in Hamburg in Switzerland. There was a cell tower installed in the church. And then the residents started having a lot of complaints to the point where some actually moved to live underground in their homes, like they were staying in the basement just to get relief from some types of physical effects. So my father, having graduated from ETH in Zurich, a friend of his knew of the work and some of the environmental aspects. He's been talking about things like electromagnetic radiation and geopathic stress and things for a while. So he called him for a solution. And the solution, like I mentioned, biogeometry is a science of shape, but you'll see that we actually installed shapes directly at the back of each antenna. And then the residents moved from the graph we see on the left to the graph we see on the right, where we're saying free of complaints.